For the first 6 months of studying physiotherapy, I had a secret I did not tell my classmates. Every single morning, I woke up in so much back pain that getting out of bed took 3 attempts. I was studying the human spine in lectures every day, learning about disc herniation, facet joint compression, muscle spasm, and I could not figure out what was wrong with my own back. It took me 3 months of self-assessment, a conversation with my clinical supervisor, and one embarrassingly simple discovery to fix it completely. I have been pain-free every morning for the past 4 months, and what I discovered is affecting over 500 million people right now who have no idea what is causing their morning pain. Let me tell you exactly what it was, and whether it is affecting you too. My clinical supervisor watched me demonstrate a patient assessment one afternoon and stopped me. She said, "How is your hip flexor range of motion?" I said I had never assessed it on myself. She had me do a Thomas test right there in the corridor. The Thomas test, you lie on your back, pull one knee to your chest, and observe whether the other leg lifts off the table. My other leg lifted significantly, both sides. My hip flexors were severely shortened, graded as significantly tight in a clinical assessment. And here is why that was causing my morning pain. When you sleep, especially if you sleep on your side, in a fetal position, which most people do, your hips are in a flexed position for 6 to 8 hours. For someone with already tight hip flexors, this 6 to 8 hour sustained shortening creates a state of low-level muscular contraction that the brain interprets as a threat signal. By morning, the iliopsoas, the primary hip flexor, is in a reflexive semi-spasm. Because it attaches directly to the lumbar vertebrae, specifically the anterior bodies of L1 through L4 and the iliac fossa, this spasm pulls the lumbar spine into excessive anterior tilt and creates the compressive morning back pain that I now know affects the majority of desk workers, students, and people who sit for more than 6 hours a day. My supervisor gave me one instruction. Before you get out of bed every morning, do this. Lie on your back, pull both knees to your chest, hold 30 seconds. This is spinal decompression. Then, perform a supine hip flexor stretch. Slide one leg straight while keeping the other knee bent and pulled to your chest. Hold 45 seconds each side. Then do 10 slow cat-cow repetitions on your hands and knees. Then, stand and do 10 glute bridges. Total time, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. On the 3rd morning after starting this routine, I got out of bed without pain for the first time in months. Not reduced pain, no pain. And I have maintained this routine every morning since. The science? These 4 movements decompress the lumbar discs that have been under positional stress overnight, release the hip flexor spasm before you stand and load your spine, rehydrate the facet joints through movement-driven synovial fluid production, and activate the glutes before they are asked to stabilize the pelvis in standing. They address the 4 simultaneous mechanisms of morning back pain in one simple sequence. The Global Burden of Disease Study identifies lower back pain as the single leading cause of disability worldwide, affecting over 540 million people at any given time. The majority of cases have no structural pathology visible on imaging, no herniated disc, no arthritis, no nerve compression, just tight hip flexors, weak glutes, and a nervous system that has been conditioned by years of sedentary living to treat any spinal movement as a threat signal. The good news? This is the most treatable category of back pain in existence. It requires no medication, no imaging, no referral. It requires 4.5 minutes every morning and the understanding of exactly why those 4 movements work, which you now have. My supervisor told me something I have thought about every day since. She said, most back pain is a lifestyle diagnosis, not a structural one. The spine is responding to how you live. Change how you live, and the spine changes with it. Thing 1. Sleeping on your stomach. Stomach sleeping locks the lumbar spine into extension and the cervical spine into 90-degree rotation for up to 8 hours. The cumulative tissue stress from this position is extraordinary. If you are a stomach sleeper with morning back or neck pain, this is your primary cause. The solution takes 2 weeks of retraining. Hug a large body pillow and sleep on your side with it, which gives you the proprioceptive comfort of stomach sleeping while keeping the spine aligned. Thing 2. Going from lying to sitting to standing without a transition sequence. Most people wake up, sit up immediately, sit on the edge of the bed for 30 seconds on their phones, then stand. This progression loads the lumbar discs in flexion before they have had time to equilibrate their fluid pressure from overnight rehydration. The correct sequence: roll to your side first, push up sideways, sit for 30 seconds, then stand. This simple change reduces morning disc stress significantly. Thing 3. A mattress that is wrong for your sleep position. A mattress that is too soft allows the hips to sag inside sleeping, putting the lumbar spine into lateral flexion for hours. A mattress that is too firm creates pressure points at the shoulder and hip. The test: have someone photograph your spine from behind while you lie in your normal sleep position. It should be in a straight, horizontal line. 4 months ago, I woke up in pain every morning. Today, I do not. 4 minutes and 30 seconds is the entire difference. I am not telling you that to impress you. I am telling you because if you wake up in pain every morning, there is a very high probability that what fixed me will fix you too. Try the morning sequence for 7 days. Come back to this video every morning as your guide, and if it works, tell me in the comments. Subscribe to Physio Wise. Every week I share something real from my physiotherapy training that can change how your body feels. Your morning does not have to hurt.